arts, home economics practicals, the monies have not been released. Meanwhile, the practicals are ongoing. And that's because some teachers have to pre-finance just to see the students through. It is very serious. If you bill the parents to pay, then you are interdicted, like what happened to Dr. Shrinofori at WAS. Very shameful. So we lie to the people that everything is free. But we know that things are not free. And we know that the monies that are supposed to be released for the children to be able to have their practical lessons, because if I'm supposed to, we are treating it as the student loans that we took at the university. Your student loan appears when you are done with the year. So your student loan comes and you actually have no use for it. You have to use it to go and chill. It doesn't make sense. Why are we deceiving ourselves? Telling everybody that it's free, it's free, it's free. Yet we don't release the monies allocated for the children to have their practical lessons. Show me the tweet, Janet. Now, somebody tagged me on Twitter, and I tweet at Hughes_on-air. Tag me on Twitter. It says, now, new week, May, June, July, no national service allowance for me. Right? Till when will you know I am hungry, broke? NSS Ghana, NASPA, National. This was the same national service that was busy announcing to us that the monies had been increased. Since the last time it was increased in 2016, it took effect in 2017. This is the first time we are increasing the money, and we have even not paid, and we are bragging and telling people that it will take retrospective effect from January. There are a lot of talkers at national service. New week, May, June, July, no national service allowance for me. Till when will you know I am hungry and broke? NSS, NASPA National. This is a national service personnel. Show me the other one. Now, it comes back. No, show me. There's another one where they replied. Then somebody says, I am not at post today, Mpo, doing that for the whole week. He doesn't have money to go to work. He doesn't have money to go to work. He's at home. He said, this thing you they complain, stay home. Then pay you are. Then you go. Today, self, I no go. At the wedge, then pay me. Then I go. Reality on the ground. Talk leadership. Paper leadership. Paper leadership. Talk all day. No action. Talk only. Paper leadership. And it is not just them. They have just mirrored the national service concerns. When you ask the questions about national service, come back to me. When you ask the questions about national service, then the national service people come quickly with an explanation and tell you that you don't understand their system and that they pay their monies in the middle of the month. May, June, July, middle of the month. They tell you you don't understand how they work. They pay their monies at the middle of the month, and you don't understand it. So don't talk about it. Usual talking down at people. They tell you you don't understand. When it was the middle of May? When was the middle of June? When was the middle of July? We're in August. Come and tell us that we don't understand what you do at National Service. As if the National Service just began in 2017. We have gone through national service. National service started a long time ago. So if you are there and you are mismanaging what is happening at the national service, you must be called out. And when you are called out, you must have the sense and humility. You are stressing the young people out. And then when you finish, you come and gather around and say, see something, say something. You want them to rally around the flag. Which flag? The bosses at NSS, don't they take their salaries? Have their salaries for May not been paid? Have their salaries for June not been paid? Have their salaries for July not been paid? And I've done my investigation on national service. The PIN codes that you people generate to make money. I've done my investigations. I'm coming there. Wait for me. Don't cover what? I'm coming there. I'm already there. I finished. Play Nanado's video for me.
Hey, by attacking the record of our own government. When you do that, then you become then party candidate. What are you going to tell the people of Ghana? Oh, it was the Akufo-Addo who misled you and mismanaged affairs. I will be different, even though I am MPP. I'm still under the Oslo sign. I'm different. And the people of Ghana will be that gullible. No, let's be serious. So the question is, I think that if we're talking about the record of the government, my understanding is that every MPP person, communicator, or whoever you are, who is a supporter of the party, it's your duty to try and defend that record and make sure that the people of Ghana buy into that record. Because at the end of the day, once this...
That was the president of the Republic of Ghana. He is not happy that all the 10 people who want to wave the flag of the MPP to eventually have one of them become president of the Republic on the ticket of the MPP are not associating with him, and they are distancing themselves from him. I told you something, that when the president, then as a candidate, right, together with 16 others, making a compilation of 17, a compendium of 17 people, they said they wanted to succeed President Kufuor because they wanted to continue the work that President Kufuor had done. Today you have 10 people who say they have a new vision. They are moving away. That is a vote of no confidence on Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. They said they want to bring change. In the meantime, in 2008, Nana Addo campaigned for change. 2012, he campaigned for change. 2016, he campaigned for change. So what change again is there? And our budgets that have been read to us tell a certain story. A Sempa budget. That was
a little closer, behind the veneer that closets him, just a little, behind his immediate circle of family and friends, he will see and feel the agony of Ghanaians. If he looked a little closer, even at the rank and file of his own party, he would recognize that this is indeed an economy in crisis. Yes, there are a few people who prospered under this government, largely members of the president's family and his inner circle. The Ghana of the past 4 years is certainly nothing like the Ghana that the current population of Ghanaians aspire to. I want a Ghana where political activity is conducted with civility and honor, and no one thinks of rigging an election as an option.
That was the president, then candidate. He was vigorously looking for power. Vigorously looking for power. Earnestly looking for it. He said, Ghana for mabomu baku membie, mabomu mienu membie, mabomu presa membie. He said, he spoke about family and friends. Can we now look at the presidency and the government and look at the appointments he has given to his family and friends? These are his own words. Can we look at the things that he mentioned and do an analysis to even the suggestion of keeping on to power, holding on to power? The things he spoke about. And I'm playing those videos for you so that you know that it is not me who is manufacturing these things, but these are things that the president himself said. Play this other video for me.
Denying our children money to fund their education. The school feeding program is starved of cash. Ask yourself why. Contractors are not being paid. Ask yourself why. Our development partners are refusing to release funds to support our budget. Ask yourself why. Salaries are in arrears. Ask yourself why. I have learned a lot in 4 decades in frontline politics. I continue to learn. I've made mistakes in my life. I have said things I could on hindsight have put better. I have tasted defeats and also chalked some successes. I've played my part to see multi-party democracy becoming entrenched in our nation. I was
was part of President Kufuor's team that demonstrated to our people that a liberal democracy can deliver on laying the foundation for economic prosperity. I want to be part of winning the next challenge.
Ask yourself why, Mr. President. And I know there are people who are still blinded by some of these things. And I'm playing videos from back in the day when you earnestly wanted to be president. Somebody says, oh, you listen to me, it's all about negativity, as if nothing is happening in Ghana. If there's something happening, the National Service people would have been paid their monies. The NAPCO people would have been paid their monies. The Youth in Afforestation have been paid their monies. That bondholders would not have been stressed. Old women would not have been stressed, and old men would not have been stressed to queue and picket at the finance ministry. It's a complete failure. Because we didn't used to have that situation. You came to us and told us that you would do different. That what was happening was bad. We have a right to tell you that what you complain about is actually a worse situation than what you came to meet. How do you own National Service people for 3 months and not pay them? How do you want them to survive? And we know the dealings of National Service, that if you do not report at your duty post, it has repercussions on you, because when the report will be finally issued on you, there will be repercussions for you. So when you say you listen to Johnny Hughes and there's no positivity, there's all negativity, who inflicted the negativity on us? If you had paid the National Service people as a responsible government, they would have gone to work. Nobody would have complained. If your street lights were functioning and your traffic lights were functioning, nobody would stand here and complain. If you had given school children their visual arts and home economics practical fees in time, nobody would complain. If you had not abolished PTAs just to look good, and headmasters and teachers would not have to, charge parents for it, and then you will have to then punish them, nobody would have complained. You are doing everything to make it look as if you are providing free services, when in fact and indeed you are not providing free services. Play my last video for me.
And Dr. Mwakuba, listen to me here. I don't like people like that, honestly. I have vowed not to insult, can never blast the beer. I glass up. Chief of Staff called me. I went there. Said, now this is what she's saying. I swear my mother's grave. Chief of Staff gave me 120,000, deposited in Adjoa Safo's Fidelity Bank account. Please, Amwakuba, what do you know?
So a lot has been.
The man wants to be president of the republic. Kennedy Ohine Japan, MP for Asin Central. He wants to be president of the republic. He was busy lambasting somebody and calling him a strategist. The party was occasioned to have to run a statement. He, on radio, on Asase FM, right, said that he was giving 120,000 by no less a person than the chief of staff to take to Adjoa Safo and pay into her Fidelity Bank account. Children are hungry, they are lying on bellies. That was around the time when Adjoa Safo had a Higi Haga with the National School Feeding Program boss, Mrs. Kwasigan, wife of the late Corrie Kwasigan. He, member of parliament, presidential hopeful, he said he carried the money, paid into the bank account of Adjoa Safo, Fidelity Bank, and he even swore on his mother's grave. Has he been able to explain where the money came from, why he put the money there? 120,000. These are the people who said, I shall protect the public purse. And then when you say, well, it's negative, nothing is happening. These are the things happening in the country. Nobody is proud enough and bold enough to say it. I will say them. I don't care what happens. 120,000. We don't know if it's dollars or cedis or pounds or euro, because now we find millions of dollars under somebody's bed. And we are even confused as to whether it was money that belonged to one person, or it belonged to two people, or belonged to a whole family, and whether it was in a box or in a bag with a padlock in front, all of the narratives. And this matter has been before court. The Attorney General is now writing an advice on it. Meanwhile, the matter has been in court on his behalf. Juvenile court moved to circuit court. He's now writing advice. 120,000. When Mr. Kennedy Japan comes to you to campaign, ask him for what reason was he given 120,000 by the office of the chief of staff to present to Adjo Asafo. And then number 2 question you should ask him is, how much does the chief of staff earn to be able to afford 120 cedis as appearance fee? And then number 3, ask them if that is the way to protect the public purse. Ask him when it comes to you. Because he's presenting himself like a holier than thou individual. But he was giving 120,000 cedis to do what exactly? And I'm playing the tapes. I said, I'm only playing the tapes as they are. Good morning.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring.